Well, hello there, folks. It is I, the one, the only, Big Deer, coming to you live and in person here in Port Huron, Ohio, Michigan, not Ohio. But last video I did Saturday was I was in Bowling Green, and I got this one coming up here Saturday. Dropped it off at around 10 o'clock. I've been at the pilot here ever since. I did get my oil changed, went to Harbor Freight. Got a few things, but I'm going to show you the outside here. When I got here, there wasn't a flake of snow. Snowmageddon. It is snowing like crazy. It hasn't stopped. All we got is snow. About 4 inches, 4 or 5. You'll notice the fan is all made up, as I always talk about. Ready to go. But outside, you've seen on other videos, and it's hard to get on this camera or on this phone, the picture. There is a exhaust pipe. Now, under the heater itself, which is right here, it's heating, as you can tell here, clicking. Underneath the center there are 2 pipes that come down like this. One side's the exhaust, the other side's the air intake. Okay, you hook the aluminum hose to the exhaust, move it out, and you take like this kind of material. Okay, and you run that, you run that to the air intake filter. Now, when you drive around in slush like this and stuff, what can happen is it'll slush up over the air intake. So when you try to start this thing, you'll keep getting error code 10. Error code 10. Error code 10, and won't start. What you got to go out there and do is clean it off. Tap on it and try to restart it probably 4 or 5 times. Now, I recommend putting a toggle switch on your electric line, because when you get an error code, they don't like to clear unless you pull it off the battery, and who's crawling there to keep disconnected from the battery. So you can just flip it off, flip it on, resets it. It's a $2 part. You just put on the wall, flip, and there you're done. Mine's on the other side of the bed, and it'd be hard to show it to you guys. Reach back there and flip it off, and flip it on. Resets the control panel up here. So you get a picture of that. It resets that. That's what it does. And then you start it again. After about 6-7 times, it starts up again. And you got heat. It's kind of nice to have. So if you run into that problem out there, that is probably a quick fix. Something else you can do is the top of this comes off. So if you run into issues sometimes, this here unscrews. This here unscrews, and this top pops off. Take it off and tap on it a few times and try to start it then. And it generally will start, because goofy, I know. But, we've had good luck with doing that. So, not that these things don't have their quirks, they do, but those are some quick quirk fixes, as I call them. Quick quirk fixes. Quick quirk fix. But, I've talked about this more than once. What happens when you put multiple skids in here? How do you get them out? And I've said, well, until I get over to Harbor Freight, I just use one of these. Now, these are a pain to use, by the way, these ratchet straps. What is easier to use, they're $12.99 at Harbor Freight. And they got a hook on each end. It's 15 foot long. And you just, wait a second, I'll set you down for a second. You take this, you hook it over through their skid. You just fold this in. Run it in there like so. You'll see it in a second. You do this to the, find it here, like that, around the center of the skid. And this flat material goes around there easy. And you do this over the hook, where the forklift has the fork comes down like this. At the top, they just run it over the top and hook it, and they will just pull it straight out. That's all you have to do. Simple, easy, cheap. $12.99. It's going to save you a lot of time, headaches, trouble. Just get you one of these. Makes your life so much easier. And you're good to go. Now, for the week last week, I ended up with about 3,400 miles. Not too shabby. Not too shabby, be over $3,000 again. So far it's been going good out here today. Vans are stacking up. I don't know what to think today. Roads aren't that hot. Who knows? The heater's running. I got to put some more fuel in it. I'll pull it over to the pump. Put $4 or $5 of the diesel in it. Sit back and relax until something happens. But the bed's made. Everything's ready to go. I've been trying to answer everybody's questions. Come in, keep asking questions, folks. I don't mind answering them when I get a stop and see them. Oh, something else I have here I don't talk about much is $2 at home or Walmart. It's my laundry bag. I store my dirty laundry hanging on that hook up there. You see my clothes are hanging all over the place back here. It's a work van, folks. Okay? I sleep on the van or on the bed here. I pull these drapes and I section this off, and I got the drapes up here in the front too that I can pull. And I just lay back here and take it easy. And when you're not moving, you should be getting some rest, because, well, you have to drive all night. You're going to be glad you did. Rest is important in this business. Got me some lemonade. And to give you an idea that how these heaters work inside these curtains where it's blowing, it's really nice. I set this back by the door. It's just ice cold. It's good stuff. Yeah, I like lemonade. But you can set stuff back there along the door there. It'll cool itself. It's that cold back there. But we'll see what Monday brings. There's lots of hope out there that it's going to be another good week. I think Alan's getting back on the road today. He's been under pressure because Big D's out here kicking his butt, and he's feeling the heat now. He's gonna have to get out here and try to catch up. I got an insurmountable lead on him, but the heat is on for Alan. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I keep stuff organized the way I do it for reasons. Here is my coat and my vest inside the door. But yeah, it's nice and warm here at the moment. I mean, I'm just walking around. I got dressed in case I have to go. Just pull this back this way. There we go. Put it in that corner. There we go. But yeah, we'll see how this week starts out, because the week starts today. Now, if you haven't liked the channel, you probably should have. If you haven't subscribed, why haven't you? And share the channel. Leave comments. We like that stuff. Helps the algorithm. And it helps get away from these bullshitters, I call them, out here talking about all this and that. I can do this, I made this, I've done, and not one of them will show a single piece of proof. In fact, on one of the pages I wrote, because someone said I made $8,000 last week. I wrote I did 15, working 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. Wow, it's all bullshit. What the hell? I can bullshit just like they can. I mean, it's ridiculous to make this kind of claims, but people do. And I've seen advertisements. I can help you with your Sprinter van business for just $575. And they're look. Here's the deal, folks. If they're making money as an expediter, why are they selling a book or a video or a talk on how to do it? Those who can do it and those who can't, teach it. And the person involved there, I knew wasn't doing that great. So if you're interested in doing that, you're going to want a year's worth of washouts to see how well they have done. And if they've done really well, then you might want to join in. But if they're reluctant to give it to you, it's like, well, you want me to buy a course on being successful. Well, you're advertising you're successful, then you should prove you're successful. That's right. It's called disclosure in business. So you all have a great one. This is Big D saying, let's go make some monies.